Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Still in the month of May. I thought about switching over to the month of June so we'd have the grass field or something kind of to do other than cut down trees today, but I came up with an idea that we'll be getting to just a little bit later. I got the T6 and our trailer down to the 8,000 liter capacity so I can reach up and over and get the logs in. We're going to cut down some trees and get that over to the sawmill so I can get up and running and start making some more planks. We got about 20,000 liters of planks left at the furniture shop, so I want to get that up and going, the sawmill, just so, because I think I'll be running out of planks maybe in the fall, and we're going to be busy doing harvesting, the cotton and all that stuff, and I don't want to get where I don't have any time for the furniture store to be making furniture, so I want to get that up and going today, the sawmill. So is this up here on our cabin, just having a look around, looking at our sorghum. The chickens will be happy that will be growing because I think they're going to go through a lot of the feed this year for some reason. I only got about maybe 35,000 liters of barley left, and at the rate they're going through it, yeah, they're going to need some. Anyways, let's jump down to the T6, hop on in, and the first tree we're cutting down is this one right over here by our stone crusher, line producer, whatever you'd like to call it. It's always in the way. Now the only problem I'm going to have is later on, when I do get the tree stump grinder out, I better make sure I know where all the stumps are that I need to do, because I'm pretty sure I shall forget. I do have super strength turned on because I've tried before a couple times leaving it off and picking up logs, and you have to get the logs under 200 kilograms. I'm not good at exactly getting down, and then I end up with like little pieces everywhere, so just for my convenience, I'm leaving super strength on today, so yeah, there you have it. Let's go over here now and start cutting down some trees in our lovely little forest that we're slowly demolishing. Yeah, you know, I thought about putting the cow barn down here a long time ago, and now, yeah, we're going to be moving it elsewhere. But, you know, I could always put something else around here in the future. Maybe pigs. Maybe when we get around to doing some pigs, we can put the pig pen down here or something like that. So I've been kind of looking at the store, kind of figure out what to do. You know, future plans, what I could add to the series. Things I need to upgrade the farm on. Definitely getting a bigger mower set, and Stevie has a mower set that I'm interested in. It's the Class, I don't know how you want to pronounce it. I heard it pronounced both ways, so either way. And it does it in a swap. The butterfly mower and the front mower will put it all into one swap. So that'll save me from getting a windrower. But if I go the route of making hay, it doesn't matter because I'm going to have to get a tedder to turn it anyway, so putting it into a swap is not going to matter because when you ted it, it's just going to go flying everywhere. Okay, so that didn't disappear. Try to get about the length of the trailer. Just want to get a good amount into the sawmill today. I don't know, like maybe 10, 20,000 liters, something like that. And I'll definitely get the furniture store some extra planks. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh wow, the only thing I got to do in the month of May is I cut down trees. I don't want to be cutting down trees a whole episode. And I was like, you know what? You've been talking about maybe putting down a cow barn later in the fall, so why not get a grass field over there for them? Because I would need to make silage and make hay for them, and I plan on having a kind of a bale shed over there. So when I go make TMR, which I have not even looked at to see how much, what the TMR mixture is going to require. But we got a ways to go. Maybe not until November, December before we get the lovely little cows on in over there. So this thing actually weighs 335 kilograms. But you know, sometimes pine trees are very light. I mean, if they're kind of hollow on the inside, they are kind of on the light side. Now, I will admit, before I started recording, I was going to go ahead and use, I did lease it, but I was having a whole bunch of trouble with the forestry equipment. I was leasing the Anderson M160. It's only $969 to lease. I think it's $969. And I gave it a whirl just for a little bit off camera. Because I kind of remember in No Man's Land 19, I do believe I tried this thing right here. And, oh, if you've seen the episode or you remember the episode, it was not pretty. And you know what? I was having kind of the same problems. It's like, you know what, I don't want to be fiddling with that for too long. I'm like, I'm having this much trouble off camera. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting all the settings right in the Satex side panel And yeah, something I'm not really used to doing. So I decided, you know what, yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to do it the way I've been doing it the whole series, which is cut them up in little pieces. Well, little pieces. Cut them up in pieces like this and bring it over to the sawmill. And we'll get that up and going. Just going to do a couple trees today. No sense of clearing out too much in here. Don't you follow me. Oh, yeah. Let's toss it up there and see what happens. Now that is super strength right there. Where did it go? Over here. Okay. Let's see if we can find a nice little spot for it. You know what? I bet you it'll fit good. I never tried fitting him this way, really. There we go. Fell right down in there. Let's get the pencil. I always call the end piece the pencil. I don't know why. And drop that on in there. And let's make a trip on over. Yeah, that's good enough. Stay away from the stumps. I always tend to drive over the stumps when I get a whole bunch of logs in here, and then the logs go flying. Let's see if that one on the side here falls out on the way over. I even thought about maybe adding another silo bunker here, so when I cut the grass, which will be next month, and then I compact it, I won't have to go ahead and sell the silage at the time of the year where the price isn't as good. So I think it's only $25,000 to give that little bunker a little brother, or should I say a twin brother? Because it's not going to be a little; it's going to be the same size. And we'll give it like a twin brother or sister, however you want to look at it. And that way we can stockpile the silage until the end of the year and sell it when it's really, really good. All right, let's go ahead and do this. All right, so there's a good amount of wood into the sawmill. I'm not going to turn the sawmill on just yet. So we're going to keep our eye on the store for the next couple days also. See if anything for interest comes up. I'm really interested about getting a second tractor. But, you know, I am looking for that tractor that's got like about at least 300 horsepower minimum. You know, 300, 350 in that general range is what I'm kind of looking for. No sense in getting another tractor that has the same amount of horsepower, because our fields are getting bigger, and I would like to get bigger equipment along the way. I'm not rushing to get it, but the next tractor will be kind of on the big side. That way, me and Frank can do some tandem working. So, you may have remembered, I don't know if it was last episode, the episode before last, whenever, I did ask, do any of you actually mulch and roll the fields? And a couple of you actually are doing that. I know one of you said you only do it because you got small fields and you don't really have that much else to do otherwise. So you go ahead and do it, and you like the way it looks after you get done rolling it. I have not rolled a field. Have I rolled a field? I may have done rolling a field in a test on Elm Creek. I kind of forgot what it looked like, honestly. But yeah, you said like the way it looks as after you roll it. And the other one, I think, and someone else said they did it with the course play, and that way they don't have to do it. I wish in real life trees trimmed up this nicely. Just walk down the trunk of the tree. No, why are you cutting? You shouldn't be cutting. You should be just doing that. And getting rid of the limbs that way, and limbs just disappear. Just like that pencil just disappeared on me. Alright. So it's going to look really good here in another month or so, when it's time to sell that furniture and our money goes up, you know, I don't think I'll hit 400,000 in the bank account, but probably 350. And then it'll be time to put down the spinnery, be time to put down the tailor shop, and whatever money I got left, make sure I save myself about 30,000 or so for the cotton harvester, and of course also the trailer to pick up the cotton modules. Definitely be using the case. I'm not going to be using the John Deere. John Deere is just way too expensive. I remember when that DLC came up with the John Deere cotton harvester. I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and try that out. Then I saw the price. I'm like, okay, does this thing spit out gold with it or what? I could see it being just a little bit more, but, you know, almost double the price. And for you John Deere lovers out there, said, yeah, but you don't have to stop to unload it. I'm like, okay, that's nice, but it's not worth an additional 400K just so you don't, you know, you just keep on harvesting. All right, let's go ahead and cut down this tree right here. I think this is going to land on my silo bunker. What do you think? I think it's going to. No, just missed it. I knew it was going to be close. Now, for those new to logging in Farming Simulator, when you cut down a tree with a chainsaw, it always falls to your left. So just keep that in mind when you're cutting down. It always falls to the left. You know what? I'll get rid of you by doing that. There. Now you're gone. Oh, missed a limb. There we go. I think we're all set. Yep. Let's go ahead and pop these down here. I know in about a month or two I'll be getting my steel chainsaw out because spring will be here. And that's when I go around and clean up around the yard from all the trees and limbs that have maybe fallen down throughout the winter. Got a couple of them to take care of. And I do have myself a nice steel chainsaw. I've had it for about 20 some odd years at least. Model 44. All right, I mean, honestly, that log right there, that's really huge. Superman may have a hard time with that one. Not me today, though. I ate my Wheaties. Now, I did see on the Mod Hub, a while ago now. I'm pretty sure it's only available on PC and Mac. But on the Giants Mod Hub, there is the logging auto-loading trailers. I'm pretty sure they're the same as they were in 19. All right, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pop this over here. Love those mods. Just looking around for... There's got to be a stump here I'm going to go over at some point. Maybe not. Now, one thing I'm not really good at in Farming Simulator is loading logs on the trailers. When I first started doing logging in 15... Oops, alright, I knew that was going to happen. In 15, when 15 came out, trees were the thing, along with silage. But trees were, boy, you brought it in a tree and it was worth tons of cash. Tons and tons. And then took Giants about a week and a half for them to adjust the price on trees. I tried loading up trees. I ended up using just the wheel loader with the clamp on it, and I would just cut the tree down with a chainsaw, and then I would take the wheel loader with the log grapple and just drag the whole tree down to the sawmill. That's the way I did it at first. And then when I got money, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try doing the log trailer with the bison. I think it was the Ponzi Scorpion was cutting down the tree, and the bison was the one that would pick up the logs. And man, I could not get the hang of it. I was getting frustrated. I'm like, nope, went back to the wheel loader, dragged them on down. And then in 17, I was introduced to an auto-loading log trailer, and I don't think I'll look back on the logs. Although, like I said, in 19 No Man's Land series, I tried doing pick up the logs with the trailer, and yeah, I just was not having much fun and much luck doing so. And like I always say, if you're not having fun playing the game, then why are you playing it? I was not having fun with the log trailers. I've seen some people on YouTube do forestry let's plays, and that's all they do is forestry maps, and I see them loaded up nice, and I'm like, and they do it really quick too. But most of them I've seen are in time lapses, so it's kind of hard to tell how much time they are taking loading up the trailers and such. But they do a really good job on it. But it's like anything, if you practice or use something enough, eventually you just get better and better at it. Hopefully you get better and better at it. Where is the last one? Is this all one where I got this 2 pieces? Yep, 2 pieces. Then we'll fire up the sawmill. Get that going. Make sure we keep the furniture store up and running. So I got a few stumps around here I'll have to take care of, but nothing that's in dire need for me to need to go out and get the tree stump grinder and take care of it right away. It is nice having the cash that's sitting there. I mean, we are going to spend it, that's a guarantee. But it's just nice having it there, that, you know, I can try leasing out a couple things, or like planting the cotton, I decided to lease the McCormick tractor. Just because we've been using the T6, I'm like, yeah, we need to mix it up a little bit. Like, try ourselves a different tractor. All right, so we got about 20,000 liters into the sawmill. Actually, you know what? I'll just come over here instead of going to the menu, and we will activate. And it is on, and it should be on distributing. Yep, we're all set. So the people need to come to work at the sawmill and start making some planks. So have a seat can keep making chairs and seats and all the good stuff. You know what? Since I got the grain trailer here, the chickens are down to below 4,000 liters of feed. So let's go ahead. I'll top them off now. While we're hooked up to it. Oh, okay, I got 39,000. I thought I was down to like 35, 34. I mean, we got enough feed to get them to the fall easily, and then we'll have enough sorghum to feed them off until next year. I just got to remember that wheat and barley, got to plant that in the fall. I just can't, you know, I'm still stuck on the springtime for wheat and barley. And what's going to get me is now that I'm still playing Farming Simulator 19, I got the With a Farm series back up and going, and I'm going to get stuck on, I'm pretty sure in my mindset, planting wheat or barley in the springtime in there. Then I'll come over here to 22. I'm like, yeah, we'll just plant the wheat and barley in the springtime, and then I'll look at the map and then remember, oh, yeah, can't. So the one thing I have not seen yet, like we had in 19, so Seasons was not a Seasons was a mod. It was actually part of the game, and modders were able to make their own what we call geos. So that meant that, you know, by creating your own geo, you can create your own, you know, the temperatures for the map itself, or when you could plant or not plant at all some crops. I don't know if in 22 if they can do that or not. I haven't seen anyone come out with a geo yet. Maybe they're diving into Giant's editor and trying to figure it all out. Alright, so now we're going to come over here and grab the plow. And I picked out a location for the cow barn. Is it the best location? Probably not. I just kind of, before I started recording, like, I haven't picked out a spot for the cow barn yet. And I'm like, I wanted to be kind of a little ways away from the farm, but not extremely too far away from the farm. So I think I got a place picked out. And if I can kind of guess where the barn's going to be, we can start making a grass field. But good thing about the fields is if I don't like where they are, we can always paint them out, paint grass back in, and move the field elsewhere. So we'll have to make it like a little bit of a trail out through here. Actually, you can kind of see like a road right in front of us. You can kind of see it hidden in the grass a little bit. I'm not sure I'll go up that way. The only problem about building over this area, there is a slight chance of a volcano erupting once in a while. Gotta find out where those rocks are, where the volcano comes from. I think it's right up over there on that rock face over there. Is where I made a volcano erupt. So I think by putting the cows just a little bit of a ways away from the farm and having a second farm location would be rather nice. So we're going to have like a main road coming from here. And if you're circled down through those trees and that straight line right there, you can kind of see, there it is, yeah, you can kind of see the grain mill down there. So we're going to have a road from the grain mill. You know where the road gets to the grain mill. We're going to bring the road all the way up through those pile of trees. Between those forests, come up here, curve around, and go right back out to the main road. Where am I located? Okay, so this right in here is where the cow barn is going to go. So I think we just start making a field around here for some grass. Would be a good thing. Let's just start putting here. Let me turn on create fields on the plow so we can go ahead and do that. Yep, and just start digging into the soil. Now there's no rush to get this planted right away and start harvesting the grass. It's just something to give me do in the month of May before we switch over to June. Because in June we're going to be cutting the grass over at the other farm. I'm not sure. I may buy some new equipment. I may sell the Kuhn mower that we have and go with the Floss, whatever you want to call it, and getting myself a bigger mower set just to help out with getting the job done a little bit quicker, because currently I almost said plow. The mower that we have is, I think, 4 meters or something like that. So with the Class, I can get the front mower, which is just about 4 meters as well. But with a butterfly mower, that'll make the working width up to 10. So basically, I'm getting like 3 passes done instead of to every one that I do with the other. Let's see, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this here. I don't mind about the trees, and we'll come around and get the trees later on. I just want to start a project over here and expand a little bit. Now I'm thinking over here where that little elbow of the trees are, I'm thinking it could be another farm where that's where our vineyard / olive grove will be. So maybe I'll just have like a shed like over here more, like right alongside these trees, a bigger shed that does all the equipment for the cows and the olives and the grapes. That's going to actually require quite a bit amount of equipment actually. Probably should leave myself just a little bit of a room here. And then of course we still got to put down all the production buildings somewhere. I think it's coming along nicely. But we'll see. I really can't wait to see how much cotton that we actually get and how many clothes that we can get out of it. Once we start getting other production buildings up, we'll be doing a whole bunch of different kind of projects. I know we're getting pretty close to episode 40. We've been kind of doing the same projects over and over again. Before you know it, it'll be like we can pick and choose what we want to do. We are getting there. Yeah, so June is a possibility. We might sell. Is it June? It's June and July for the furniture, I do believe. I just want to get that in my mind here. It should be. It could be tomorrow. Next episode. Furniture. Yeah, June / July. Actually, June tends to be the peak. What's it going for right now? Actually, it's already over 2,000, but we know it can get up to 2,200. So that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, we should easily hit $350,000 if I don't spend any money before then. I'm still looking for some mods to come out for just regular houses. Not because you can only put down one house that you can quote unquote sleep in. So it's not like I can put down a whole bunch of cabins like I currently got. It's going to say you already got a cabin that you can rest in. You can't put down any other one else's. I'm waiting for some more placeable houses, if you will. There are a couple out there, but I want a little bit more variety, I think. We'll have to come up with a residential area on the map somewhere for all the workers to stay at that work in all these buildings that we're putting on down. Got a lot of landscaping to go, a lot of buildings to go. I'm thinking this will probably be my longest Farming Simulator Let's Play since I started doing Farming Simulator on the channel. So I think my current longest one will be the Pacific Northwest in 19, where we paid off that $55 million loan. And I think that went 180 episodes, I think. That was actually a fun challenge. I don't know if I'm going to do any challenges in 22 yet. I think 22 is just too new. If you want to call a couple months new, but it's still new-ish. And after doing Griffin, Indiana with the 2,000 cows, it was fun and it was also tiring at the same time. But the Pacific Northwest, where I had to pay out the $55 million loan, that was always... I didn't get tired of that one. I think it was always because we just kept seeing the loan getting closer and closer to zero. But man, those first 20, 30 episodes of paying off that loan in the Pacific Northwest, it was just, we were just scraping by. We just had enough money to pay out the loan interest. I'm not talking about even paying out the loan, just keeping up the loan interest. So this would be a good start for a grass field over here. There's two things that we got to do. One, we got to have a grass field for hay, and then we got to find a way to make some silage. Now, there's plenty of ways to make silage. Probably in the future, we'll be doing like corn chaff, maybe. But maybe to start with, it might be grass into silage because that'll be the cheapest and quickest way to go. So I could probably, because we're just going to start off with a few cows. I'm not trying to get 2,000. Whatever the barn holds. But originally we'll probably just get maybe like 6 or 8 cows. Something like that. So we're not going to need much feed. So this grass field here, I can kind of divide it in half. I could probably get like maybe half hay and mostly silage. Or I could use the other grass field that we're going to cut tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, I mean next episode. Because I think this episode will be on Friday, so... this episode's on Friday. Anyways, what was it? Yeah, so we can get the other grass field for hay, and maybe make this one into silage, or make that one silage, this one for hay. Either way. And now I just got thinking. I was thinking about putting down another silo bunker over where the other one is. I'm like, why would that one? I'm not going to have that one there because the cows are going to be over here. The cows require silage, so the silo bunkers will be over here. So that one over there will be going bye-bye once we get some cows in place. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is probably do the rest maybe off camera. It's not going to take me too long to do that. But what I'm going to do here is just kind of show you a rough idea. I wish I could put down the cow barn now. I mean, I could. I got the money. Then I can kind of get a really good idea of how I want this to look. But if we go into here and I'll show you kind of, if you haven't seen the cow barn yet, Moo-Moos, where's the Moo-Moos? Right here. This is from Elk Mountain Modding, and their Facebook page is, it should be in the link description below to their Facebook page, to where you can download all their mods for 22, 19. I don't know if they got any for 17, but definitely back to 19. So yeah, I want to put the cow barn roughly like over here. The road is, well, you can kind of see the road, as far back as I can scroll. You can kind of see where the road might be, the main road. So I want to put the cow barn a little bit off-road, maybe like right here. Give me a nice big area to move around. And then, of course, we got the grass fields right here, as you do know. That'll be for silage or hay. But it's only 75. And how many cows? 150 cows. All right, that's not going to be too bad, I don't think. If I can take care of 2,000 cows, I can probably take care of 150, one way or another. So our sawmill is back up and running. I'll be making some more planks for our furniture shop. Our furniture shop should be good to go now for the rest of the year, I would think. And yeah, now we're starting to expand the farm even more. Getting a field prepped. We'll probably, like I said, have cows here November-ish, December-ish. Whenever we get done with the cotton harvesting and all that, we'll probably come back over here, work on the cow barn, put some cows in. Which makes me think maybe with the grass this year, tomorrow, we might start making some hay. Yeah, we might do that instead of making silage. Make some hay, but that means leasing some equipment because we got to do that. And then I got to lease a baler. And then I got to find a place to store it. I need to think about that a little bit. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.